Good afternoon, students. Welcome to another class for the module DPR3704, which is Production Digital. We are continuing on the second class on the examination. The first class was posted last week. And in fact, when you are going through these classes, you should make sure that you don't just watch them in isolation, but you watch all of them, that you don't just skip to this one, but you watch all of them simultaneously so that you understand the areas that we are emphasizing. Meaning, after watching this one, you should also go back to the first class. If there are certain issues that are not clear, they could be clearer in the first class. Now, what is important? You need to double check that you are submitting the correct document, a PDF with an active block. You submit the cover page, your declaration, and then you put the link. We only want the link so that we can mark the block. We only mark the block. Everything must be on the block, and we only want one link, which is the block link. No other links should be in the document. Once you put other links, it means you do not understand the assessment itself. You do not understand what is required by the examination. Now, submit the correct block link from assessment one with earlier content, meaning your blog should still have the content from assessment one since you are adding more content to the blog. Now, if the blog link is not working or it's not public and it still says edit, it still says login, it means the blog link is not made public by you on your side, and you must adjust the settings to make it public so that we can be able to create it. It must not require a password from us or anyone who's logging into your blog. You can ask a friend, as we've done previously, as how we've advised previously, that you ask someone to check your link. You send it to a friend who's not using the same device or the same laptop that you're using so that you see whether it opens on their side. Once it's opening, it means you've done the best part or the most important part, which is ensuring that we can access your blog in order to access the content. Once you've done that, already you are halfway to passing the exam, and you've understood exactly what is required from you. Now the other elements come in later with regard to arranging the content within your blog in a proper manner. Now, the blog link, again, reiterating, must work for us in order to grade your work. Once it's not working, we grant a 0. If you submit the wrong blog link, put the correct blog link in the comment box next to your assessment. In the comment box next to your assessment, students have been doing this with assessment 1. So please correct it quickly. Do not try to cancel or remove the previous submission, but rather in the comment box put up only the blog link that works, since you made an error. And we are saying this is an examination. Please do not make mistakes. It creates an administrative burden and it can disadvantage you as a student. So before submitting, please double check your assessment, save it in the correct format, meaning your file name should say DPR examination 25 May or 30 May. It should be in a proper format. Put it as DPR3704 exam. Don't just write exam for all your assessments within the diploma. Every module that you're doing, you are putting exam portfolio. Write it out. Proper file DPR3704 assessment 3 exam portfolio. And then you know very well that once you upload it on Moodle, you know very well that there are no chances that you would have erred on what you are submitting. Please, we are trying to emphasize this particular point. It's important. It's an exam. Why would we allow you to amend an examination? Because in an exam, you've been prepared since assignment 1 to do the right thing. You know exactly what is required with regard to passing this particular module. Now, there are certain procedures and certain regulations and rules that govern the examination itself in any university. The most important one is that there is no remedy once you err in an examination. We gave students a chance to resubmit the assessment 1 and work on their corrections. This we cannot do with an examination. So I think it's important that you understand what is an exam, regardless of that fact that we are doing or we are writing a portfolio module and that you are submitting a portfolio. It's still an examination. Henceforth, it's called an examination. So please do the right thing. Double check your work. Know that there are no remedies. know that you are creating an administrative burden if you want someone to help you. And in most cases, since we are speaking to these issues, we should not be granting you that opportunity to correct. It means you have not done what is required from your side. This is an exam, then you'll be granted a 0 if you don't do the right thing. You submit the right document. Failure to do so, put the correct blog link in the comment box next to your assignment. Keep in mind that the closing date for submission is 30 May, meaning if you put the blog link after that particular date, we cannot create it, because it means you are creating a problem, because our marking will commence on the 1st of June, meaning if you submit the correct blog link on the 2nd or 3rd of June, you are compromising the examination, and of course, you are putting us in an awkward position. Please do what is right and submit good work, because this is an exam, and we are cautioning you. We are saying, please be alert. This is an exam, so be serious about what you are doing. Moving on. This is the comment box next to your assignment. So if anyone wants to know where the comment box next to your assignment is, this is the comment box next to your assignment. You just say comment and put the correct blog link. This is the section that appears next to your assignment. You just go there to comment and put the correct blog link if you've submitted a wrong document or the wrong blog link within your assessment. This is the only remedy we can provide with regard to an examination, nothing more. After this period, meaning after the 30th of May, we cannot be having conversations about students who are submitting wrong assignments. We still have a week. It's Sunday today. You are submitting. The last day to submit is it's Friday. I need you to check and show that everything is correct with regard to your work up to the 30th of May. This is an examination. Let's observe examination rules. Moving on. Do not work on cancelling the submission, but put the working blog link in the comment box next to your assignment. We've done this with assessment 1. It's just a recap on one I just emphasized. On the 1st of June, we begin marking. So check your work prior to this date. This is an exam. Moving on, I've dealt with this. The blog link, if the blog link is not working, it's going to be a 0. Only one link on the assessment. I've dealt with this already. We only mark the blogs. Please kindly be aware that we only mark content within the blog. This is production detail. All content required in the module should be placed on the blog. Be careful and be diligent to ensure correct submissions. I've raised this issue. We are cautioning you to be careful and be diligent when doing your work. There are no second chances. This is an exam. Repeating students should send a draft before the deadline of 30 May. I emphasize, repeating students should send a draft before the 30th of May. Moving on. With regard to interviews, you can also do only audio interviews and upload them on YouTube like a podcast with no images. You can do virtual interviews, telephonic interviews, as long as you can convert them to a version that can be uploaded on YouTube. So there's no need for people's faces. You can call someone and conduct an interview as long as you can actually be able to convert that file into a document or into a video that can be uploaded onto YouTube. So it doesn't matter whether there are no visuals, as long as the interviews are conducted, marks will be granted in that regard. All social media handles, links must work for us to access the content to grant you the 45 marks. Facebook, Instagram, X or Twitter, formerly Twitter, all those pages must work, and we must be able to find social media handles and links within your blog so that we can click on those links and go to the site and give you the 45 marks, which are the maximum for that section. And this is the section that carries the large amount of marks. It means if you can master this, if you can do this very well, you are halfway to passing the exam, because you only need 5 more marks in order to get to 50% of the exam. Now, the schedule on 4 annual events, we spoke to this extensively in the previous class, that it must show a date, a time, and of course, if there's a theme with regard to this event, and details on what this event is about when you put them up on the site. Remember, this is to entice people to attend an event, and henceforth you will give as much detail with regard to what we are proposing as an organization. So be alert on your own. Use common sense to understand that an event, when you propose an event, people need to know what it is about. You can give them a synopsis or a summary of what the day will entail so that they are enticed to attend that particular engagement that the organization will be having. Moving on. Now, the HIV/AIDS policy is for 15 marks. This needs to be a decent document with correct spelling and minimum 3 paragraphs. One-liners cannot be a policy. A one-liner cannot be a policy. Read up on these policies and then create one for your NPO. Online reputation management strategy, the same formula applies as above. Read up on this, do your own research online, and even the unique units speak to this particular kinds of documents, and then you create your own for your organization. And lastly, for 6 marks, the integrated marketing plan needs to be created. You read up on it in your learning units, and then of course you compile one for your organization. Now, what is important? You need to present a coherent quality blog that will lead us to get the content in the right place. It cannot be just a haphazardly organized blog where certain things cannot be found where they are supposed to be. We strive for quality, we strive to be coherent. So please ensure that you do good work, that you kindly adhere to good practices that make your blog easy to navigate. It is meant to resemble a professional website. Skills to create, to give you skills to create content and work on updating your own website as a professional under your own employment or for an organization. This is meant to empower you with skills of actually compiling or working or actually creating a website and updating it on a daily basis as a professional, as a public relations professional. This is important to your career. Moving on. Dear students, all the best. I'm available for queries. Please do the right thing. Please adhere to examination rules. Submit in time. There will be no further extension with regard to the submission of the examination. Good luck. There should be a follow-up class during the course of this week because this is a special module. It means there are certain things you can still work on even after you submit it because the blog link remains the same and the blog is within your domain, meaning you can still log into your blog. Even if you submitted your portfolio last week, you can still make some corrections on it based on the fact that we'll only start marking on the 1st of June. Thank you very much. Take care. Bye-bye.